Many individuals think that having a sizable quantity of funds to invest in addition to expert advice and guidance are necessary for making significant profits in the stock market. But what if I tell you the story of the sweeper who profited 55 crore rupees from the stock market? Your viewpoint might shift, right? It sounds out of the blue, as even intelligent people with expensive degrees frequently lose money in the stock market. This sweeper was able to accomplish something truly amazing. Be thinking, how on earth is that even possible? Anyone who believes it is difficult or impossible to make money in the stock market can find inspiration in this story. More significantly, it presents numerous lessons to us that, if we absorb and incorporate them into our investing plans, may enable us to become quite wealthy as well. Let's begin with this question. What comes to mind when you witness a sweeper working tirelessly in ancient, filthy clothes? You could sympathize with him or even feel sad for him. What happens, though, if that sweeper has more money than your whole family? That would come as a shock. Let me share with you the story of Ronald James Reed. He was an American caretaker, petrol station attendant, financier, and philanthropist. In the United States, a housekeeper who maintains, sweeps and cleans a building is called a caretaker. Reed was the first member of his family to complete high school, hailing from a modest farming background. Every day, he traveled 6.4 kilometers on foot to school. He later participated in World War II as a military policeman. He went back to the United States after the war and spent 34 years working as a petrol station attendant. He left the petrol station in 1979, when he was about 58 years old, and started working as a part-time caretaker at JCPenney, where he remained for the following 17 years, until 1997. Back in those days, JCPenney was a department store in the US, similar to Big Bazaar or D-Mart in India. After working various odd jobs for many years, Reed passed away peacefully on the 2nd of June 2014. On the day of his death, his family and friends were sad, but they were also wondering when he became a millionaire. How did he know where to invest without failing? And if Reed was so rich, why did he continue working as a janitor? Why didn't he buy fancy cars or a big house and live a lavish lifestyle that everyone would have enjoyed? That was the day when they discovered that Reed had been a secret investor with assets worth $8 million, which in 2014 was around 55 crores in Indian rupees. To the entire world, and even to his family, Ronald James Reed was just an ordinary sweeper, but in reality, he was a secret millionaire. His story is reminiscent of Clark Kent, who was an ordinary journalist to the world but secretly Superman. So, let's dive in and understand how an ordinary sweeper managed to become a millionaire in the stock market and uncover his secret. The answer to all these questions lies in Ronald Reed's lifestyle and work ethic. Ronald didn't do anything extraordinary. He just followed simple, ordinary practices that any investor can adopt. While working as a gas station attendant, Ronald would go to a cafeteria at the local Memorial Hospital for coffee and breakfast every single day before heading to work. When the cafeteria closed, he discovered a new coffee shop. Interestingly, the hospital's development director, who often visited the same cafeteria, began regularly frequenting this new coffee shop. To spend more time together, he invited Ronald to join him at the local library whenever they both had free time. This seemingly random coincidence changed Ronald Reed's life forever. How? Let me explain. Ronald visited the library, developed an interest in it, got a library card, and started borrowing piles of books every week. He studied with enthusiasm, developing a genuine interest in how money works. Most of the books he read were about the stock market and finance, and he was also fond of a particular newspaper, the Wall Street Journal. He dedicated hours to reading in the library, eventually becoming skilled at selecting the right stocks and mastering the art of investing. With this newfound knowledge, Ronald developed an investment strategy that ultimately made him a millionaire. So, what was Ronald Reed's investment strategy? Let's take a look and understand. When Ronald passed away in 2014, he had around 95 stocks in his portfolio, demonstrating his understanding of the importance of diversification. Diversification is a risk management strategy that mixes various investments within a portfolio. Ronald spread his investments across many industries such as healthcare, telecommunications, public utilities, rail transport, banks, consumer goods, and more. Even though he had stocks in Lehman Brothers, which went bankrupt in 2008, the impact on his portfolio was minimal because of his diversified investments. Ronald always invested in sectors he knew well and thoroughly understood, which is why he never ventured into technology companies. He wasn't familiar with them. He primarily focused on companies he knew, aligning with the famous Peter Lynch quote, "Invest in what you know." This approach protected his investments during the dot-com bubble of the 1990s. Additionally, Ronald held dividend stocks, which allowed him to reinvest the dividends into new stocks, further diversifying his portfolio. This strategy helped him build a robust investment portfolio, but the real key to his success was his disciplined lifestyle. There's a book called The Psychology of Money, and in that book there is a chapter called Wealth is What You Don't See, and it explains the difference between being rich and being wealthy. This might sound a bit confusing, so let's understand the difference with a simple example. To understand this, imagine a person named Dave. He's 26 years old, started working at 23, and has a good job at a big IT company with a great salary. Recently, Dave bought an SUV worth 20 lakh rupees and a luxury apartment last year worth 1 crore rupees. He enjoys a lavish lifestyle, going on international vacations and visiting clubs. Dave appears to be a typical rich guy in our society, but he's not truly wealthy. Why? Let's explain. Dave has an Emmy for his apartment costing him 66,530 rupees per month for the next 29 years, meaning he'll end up paying around 1.4 crore rupees in interest on the 1 crore loan. In total, he'll pay about 2.4 crore rupees over the next 29 years for the apartment. His car Emmy is around 48,000 rupees per month for the next 5 years, adding another 6 lakh rupees in interest. So, the total value of his assets is around 1.2 crore, which includes the apartment and the car. However, his liabilities are about 1.46 crore, which is the interest on his loans. To calculate net worth, you subtract total liabilities from total assets. In Dave's case, his net worth is minus 26 lakh. Moreover, apartments and cars are depreciating assets. If you buy a car or apartment today, their value will decrease over 25, 30, or 50 years. Appreciating assets, like land or fundamentally strong value stocks, increase in value over time. For example, a new car loses 30% of its value the moment you drive it out of the showroom, and it continues to depreciate as it gets older. Similarly, an apartment, not the land it's on, will depreciate as the building's construction quality weakens over the years. So, despite looking rich, Dave is drowning in debt, making him rich but not wealthy. Remember, wealth is what you don't see. In Ronald Reed's case, this is very true. His neighbors, friends, and even family had no idea he had amassed so much money and was a millionaire. Ronald lived a simple, normal lifestyle without luxury cars or expensive houses. But he was wealthy because he had assets in the form of stocks that were hidden and made him a millionaire. So, what lessons can we learn from Ronald James Reed? Not just to become a successful investor, but also to achieve general financial success. The first lesson we can learn from Ronald is minimalism. Minimalism is about owning only what adds value and meaning to your life. Ronald only spent money on things that were important. As a janitor, he didn't need to wear fancy clothes or drive a luxury car. He was financially disciplined, focusing on truly becoming richer rather than just appearing rich. Importantly, Ronald didn't want to be remembered for his wealth or lifestyle, but for the charity he could do with his money. This brings us to the second lesson we can learn from Ronald. When Ronald died, he left $2 million to his stepchildren, donated $4.8 million to the Memorial Hospital where he used to have breakfast, and gave $1.2 million to the Brooks Memorial Library, where he learned about investing. Ronald, a janitor and secret millionaire, chose to give back to society instead of wasting money on luxury items. This attitude contributed to his success in the stock market. The stock market rewards those genuinely interested in understanding it, not those looking for quick and easy money. Ronald wasn't interested in making quick money to flaunt a rich lifestyle. He was humble and invested in the stock market because he had a genuine interest in investment and finance. He went to the library and studied with enthusiasm. For Ronald, it wasn't about the money but the challenge and intrigue of the stock market. This passion for investing is why Ronald Reed was so successful. His story teaches us that to succeed in the stock market, you don't need a high income or a professional degree, just a genuine interest and dedication to learning. But before we end this video, check out our EVOLV executive summary. So the key takeaways from this video are: 1. Embrace minimalism and financial discipline. Adopting a minimalist lifestyle can significantly impact your financial health. Spend money wisely, avoid unnecessary expenditures, and focus on long-term financial goals rather than short-term pleasures. 2. Diversification and investing in what you know. Diversify your investment portfolio to spread the risk and enhance stability. Invest in sectors and companies you understand well, echoing Peter Lynch's advice, invest in what you know. This approach reduces the chances of making uninformed and risky investments. 3. The power of knowledge and continuous learning. Continuous education and a genuine interest in understanding your investments are crucial for financial success. Dedicate time to learning about financial markets, investment strategies, and economic trends. This ongoing learning process will enable you to make smarter and more informed decisions, leading to long-term financial growth. That's it for today, guys. If you have learned something new from the video, then do like the video, as this will make the YouTube algorithm happy, which will help this video to reach as many people as possible. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to watch more insightful case studies, and also comment on your favorite part or learnings from this video. Thank you for watching. This is your host signing off. We will meet in the next video. Till then, stay awesome, stay focused, keep learning and keep growing. Peace out.